Hey y'all, welcome to Dave's Tech Way, or welcome back to Dave's Tech Way, whichever way the situation may be. Today we're going to be looking at a $300 pre-built system, and we're going to put together $300 worth of custom built ports on PC Port Picker, and we're going to compare them. We're going to see what we can build for the same price that you can buy and what you can buy out of the store for $300. Alright, so let's jump into it and see what we got going on. Alright, here's a picture of a pre-built system. As you can see, the price is a little over $300. I did cross out the name of the company that makes it. You know, I don't want them coming back and yelling at me, saying that I didn't have the right to use the photo or whatever, and putting a lawsuit against me. But anyways, as you can tell by looking at the picture, it's an AMD A series A4 6300 3.7 gigahertz. Tire black, business black, 4 gigs of RAM, 500 gigabyte hard drive, AMD Windows 7 Professional 64-bit. Here's a little bit more detail that I got off the website. It's they don't tell you really a whole lot. It's AMD A series. Is the processor type color is black. Energy Star certified, yes. Condition is new. Processor speed is 3.7. I did erase the manufacturer port number. Maximum RAM support is 32 gigs. RAM that's in the system is 4 gigs. Operating system is Microsoft Windows. Model number also erased, and it says brand is AMD. So that really don't give you a whole lot of idea of what you're actually getting, but that's what the website said on this particular PC we're looking at today. But as you can see, it's $300. The ports that I put together, as you can see, with the processor, the motherboard, the RAM, the 500 gig hard drive, the case, a lot better power supply, and even a DVD CD writer, because I noticed that one did have one, even though it wasn't mentioned. The price comes to $240, $257, and $25 in mail-in rebates. Okay, and I know what your question is already. Don't start on me now. Don't do it, because the first question is going to be, well, you didn't include an operating system. What am I going to do for an operating system? Well, I got you covered on that aspect too. Right there, Windows 10 Professional OEM key, $28. Windows 10 Home OE key is $26.53. This is through the website called Kingwin. Some people say these is powered softwares and this and that. They got a little check button, little check box you can check. You pay an extra $1, and they certify that it is an actual key. I've been using these for probably a year now. My system's running on Windows 10 Professional from them. I've also got, I don't know, 20 or 30 customer systems that's running on these product keys. Some people say they disable after a while, or they quit working or whatever. I've never had a problem with it. None of my customers has ever had a problem with it, so I don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, that would include your operating system for $30 more, so it would leave you about $270, $290 if you don't want to do the mail-in rebates, $280 if you want to do the rebates, and it's a complete working system. Alright, so let's compare here. With their build, they got the A4 6300 Richland processor, which is a dual core, 3.7 gigahertz. Alright, I went with the A8 7600 Kaveri quad core processor. It's 3.1 gigahertz. But if you look down here in the specs of it, it boost clocks up to 3.8. So it gets a little bit higher than the 3.7 by 3.8. You look at this one, it actually boost clocks up to 3.9. Instead of having that 0.1 gigahertz worth of speed, I'd rather have the quad core and have 4 cores instead of 2. You'll just see a lot of difference in the quad core compared to the dual core. Plus, this has got the Radeon 7 or 7 graphics on it on the A8 processor, which is Kaveri again, the Not the newest that they got out, but it's fairly new. And theirs is their A4 is running 8370D graphics. That's a big difference. So the processor that I've picked compared to what they got in their system, by hands down, it is it's slaughtered. I mean, in your day-to-day tasks and the speed, every compartment, at A8 is going to be a lot better than the A4. Not just that, A8 is twice as big as A4. Alright, their pre-built system, it's saying it's got 4 gigs of RAM. I don't have no speeds on it. I don't have no cache legacy on it. Well, I've completely blown that out of the water. I got 8 gigs. I got 2 4-stick gigs, which is going to put you in dual configuration. And this here set is 1866. Well, theirs is probably running 1066. So it's twice as much RAM, and it's probably, I want to say, a lot better speeds, and probably a lot better cache legacy on it. This one here's only got a cache of 9, which Thursday mentioned what they got in it. They're probably ashamed of what they put in it, actually. What else do we got here? 500 gig HDD. So I went with the same thing, and I don't have it pulled up here. Let me get a picture of it pulled up here for you guys. Right there, it's AGST, which is one of the best hard drives out there for failure rates. If you look it up, they're outstanding on the failure. Their failure rates is almost nothing compared to the rest of them. You get them on Amazon for $35.80. And it ain't nothing special. It's 500 gigs, 7200 RPM. It's SATA 2 drive. That's probably what they're running. They'll probably only want to put in a 5400 RPM drive, I'm assuming. I don't know, but that's what I'm assuming they're going with. So, I'd say this hard drive right here is going to be a little bit faster than what they're offering within their $300 system. What else can we get off of this? Okay, they got Windows 7 Professional 64-bit. Like I said, you can go to Kingwind and get the newest operating system, Windows 10, for $27.53. If you add on the dollar for the guarantee that it's going to be a good product key for you. So, by looking back at our PC port picker list, I also threw in, like I said, I also threw in an LG DVD drive. I normally don't put these in my builds. They offer one, so I put one in there. It's 24 speed times 24 DVD, CD, driver, writer, reader, burner. DVD burner will burn CDs or DVDs, either way. It is a better drive, so it just comes in a plain little white bag. It won't come in a box. And if you want to look at the reads and write speeds of them, right there you go. You can pause the video and check them out if it really concerns you much. Me, I wouldn't waste the $20 to put it in one. Actually, you can get them cheaper through a outlet PC for $15 for a DVD CD burner. Yeah, guys. So if you put them spec to spec, I don't think there's any question that you can build a $300 PC and get, I'm going to say, double the performance out of it, and save yourself $10 if you build it yourself. If you build it, if you pay somebody like me to build it, which is a custom builder, I charge $100 to build a PC. Is what I charge, flat rate. It don't matter if it's a gaming, if it's video editing PC, to it's $100 for me to build a PC. So you're looking at $400 for build this PC to pay me to build it. If you build it, you're going to have less than $300 in it, and you're going to have at least double the performance. The one thing I didn't show you that I picked out was the case. I picked out this DIY PC MA08 black, which is another upgrade actually, because this thing's got USB 3.0. If you look at the photo of theirs, I don't know if you can really tell or not, but they only have USB 2s in the front of theirs. So that's another upgrade you're going to get with the if you build your own. Plus, this chassis comes with two fans in it. The front one, it's questionable. It's a blue LED. If you don't like blue, you may not like that fan. But it does come with two fans in the case, which is optimal. You got one there in the front, right there, and you also have one there in the back. So you do have two fans that actually come with the case. DIY PCs cases I've never dealt with. They are a cheaper manufacturer of cases, but it's got 4 eggs out of 5 out of 39 reviews on Newegg, so it can't be too bad of a case. You go with a $25 case like this. I think that's the cheapest place that had them. Yeah, Newegg, $25, cheapest you can get it. You're gonna have maybe rough edges. You may have, it may not be quite as sturdy as a $50, $60 case, but it'll hold your components, keep the dust out of them, and it don't look too bad, I guess. Looks alright, I think so. But yeah, guys, can I build a $300 system? The question is, the answer is 2 parts. It is yes and it is no. Can I build one for $300? I can build it for $300, but that ain't including paying me to build it. Could you build a PC for $300 for everyday use? I mean, this is for like web browsing. This is for checking emails. This is, your bare bones, flat, minimum, tightest budget that you can find PC. I mean, would I game on it? I don't know. I know the A10 processors from AMD, they can actually run like Battlefield 4 at like 40 frames per second, which ain't 60 frames per second like most gamers want. But you can game on them. These A8s, I don't know. Maybe I'll put the build together and start and try to do some testing on it. See if the A8 processors with the integrated graphics can actually do some gaming. And the nice thing about this custom build, especially if you build it yourself, if you want to get into gaming, it's a quad core processor that goes 3.1 gigahertz that boosts up to, what do we say, 3.8. Most games only require a quad core. They recommend a quad core pushing 3.2 to 3.4 gigahertz. So this, if you get a couple $100 down the road, especially now with the RX 480 out, you can drop a RX 480 in this thing for an extra $200, and it would be a pretty decent budget gaming machine. I mean, the RX 480 is designed to do VR. I mean, you take this $300 base system. I mean, you may want to do some testing or do some research to see if this A8 7600 would bottleneck, so-called bottleneck, the RX 480, which I don't know. If you guys would like to see me put this processor together in a build and test it with an RX 480, leave in the comments. I'm kind of curious to see if these processors that's this old would actually bottleneck something. Would bottleneck the RX 480. I don't think it would, but I think it'd be an interesting find. But anyway, guys, that's my conclusion. You can build the system for less than $300, and it's going to be double the performance that you would get out of the pre-built system out of your local big box store. The only thing is you have the learning curve of learning how to build your PC. You won't get a warranty if you build your own. Well, that ain't exactly true either. You have the warranty of the parts, but you would have to, if something would go wrong with the system, you would have to diagnose. You'd have to pull the parts out and send them in for an RMA. Where if you buy the big box store and if something goes wrong, you take it back, they give you another one the same day, most likely. So there is a little bit of a payoff to save you that money, but when you're looking at double the system for the same price, if you see my other videos, you know I'm an advocate for build your own system. I've got a couple how to build a computer videos up. Go check them out. There's a lot of them online, so you can definitely learn how to build your own system. It ain't as hard as what most people think it is nowadays. It's all pretty well plug and play. But I think I'm gonna get out of here for tonight. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Give me a thumbs down if you dislike the video. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, throw them in the comment box below, guys. I like to have some interaction with you guys and see what you guys think about what I'm doing here on the channel. It don't matter. If you think I'm totally off my rocker or I'm out of my mind, tell me so. If you like my videos, let me know that as well. But until next time, you guys be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.